Dear student and parent, welcome to the TestprepKart channel. This video is going to be about changing from CBSE board to the IB board. I will be covering all aspects concerning this issue in this video. Now, the primary focus of this video is on helping students plan to change from the CBSE board to the IB board to take a decision, and also give a clear understanding to the parents as to what would be the right choice. As a parent, it is only natural that you take every decision that can impact your child's future seriously and ensure that you can provide only the best possible option to enable the child to make a marked success of his life. For a child, the school that he or she attends and the curriculum that the child is exposed to is one of the most important choices. And this leaves a deep and lasting impression of a child. Children spend hours and hours of study in school, and the course in their primary and secondary education. Subsequently, this choice of school plays a vital part towards a well-rounded development. Let me give you a brief about what IB is. The IB was incorporated in 1968. The concept-driven curriculum is therefore not a fledgling idea, but is a compilation of best practices and research over the last 44 years. The IB is designed for students aged 3 through 19. It focuses on the total growth of the developing child, touching hearts as well as minds, and encompassing social, physical, emotional, and cultural needs, in addition to academic development. The IB board draws on research and best practices from a range of national systems with a wealth of knowledge and experience from international schools to create a relevant, engaging, challenging, and significant educational framework for all children. Curriculum documents are published in English, French, and Spanish, but schools may offer the program in other languages under certain conditions. The PYP, MYP, the DP, and IBCC are the 4 programs offered by the International Baccalaureate. The IB has specific standards and practices that are common across all of the programs and work to define the complex model of international education, whilst bringing cohesion and a common language across the world. Drawing a comparison between the IB and the CBSE. The structure of the IB is a 3-course structure divided into 6 groups. So when I say 3-course structure, it focuses on creativity, action and service, theory of knowledge, and the extended essay. Talking about the 6 groups offered by the IB: mathematics, sciences, biology, chemistry and physics, individuals and societies. Here they focus on business and management, economics and psychology, studies in language and literature, that is English A1, arts, that is theater, and language acquisition, French. Along with the traditional subjects of math, science, social studies, and languages, IB schools emphasize in their curriculum the importance of creative and vocational subjects like music, computer science, business administration, and many others. Moreover, IB allows a lot of flexibility in the choice of subjects, and students can decide what subjects interest them in each group and just sign up for them. This kind of flexibility in choice of subjects and students help the students kindle the interest in a particular subject, helps them choose the group which they would like to be a part of. This kind of flexibility allows students the freedom to try and find the right mix of courses that allows them to be most productive. Independent thinking is encouraged. So what are the advantages of IB schools? After analyzing various factors to give you an accurate perspective, I would talk about what are the main aspects. I would stress on critical thinking, balanced program, and recognition worldwide. So when I talk about the balanced educational experience, IB schools are renowned for the balanced approach they take in educating students. The major subjects are divided into different groups like languages, humanities and social studies, mathematics, sciences, and creative studies. Students are required to take a subset of the courses available to them from a wide variety of courses in each group. This enables the students to choose subjects of their liking while still being exposed to and learning about each of the major domains. Next, IB has a knowledge-oriented approach to education. So these schools do not focus on learning by rote, or rote memory is not encouraged here. Following a set of predefined textbooks is not emphasized on. Rather, learning and understanding the concepts being taught in class is what is focused on. Students are provided free access to whatever resources they may require, and the courses and examinations are designed to maximize understanding of the course material. Another advantage, IB is an internationally recognized standard board, and they act as a valid precursor to a large number of foreign and domestic universities. It also is a gateway program to some of the best universities in the world. Students from IB schools can enroll for courses in their final years, and this allows them to earn college credits while finishing off school. This also helps them skip basic courses in university. In terms of agenda and curriculum, CBSE is purely exam focused, while IB develops an inquiring, knowledgeable mind that focuses more on critical and analytical thinking. With regard to subjects, in CBSE, you only have 3 streams available: science, commerce, humanities. While IB offers no restriction in choosing subjects, a total of 6 subject groups, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, with plenty of options at higher and standard level and difficulty. The compulsory subjects that you have, CBSE, it is English, while for IB, you have the extended essay, the theory of knowledge, and the CAS, or the creativity, activity, and service. With regard to the extracurricular activities, CBSE provides no emphasis on extracurricular activities, although with the change in the NEP 2020, changes are being made. Irrespective of that, CBSE is more academically inclined, while IB is considered very important, and it considers the CAS, creativity, activity, service, as an integral part of the curriculum. With regard to difficulty levels, CBSE is more scoring because it focuses on rote memory, memorization, and producing content which has been prepared well with. Whereas with IB, it is a very rigorous training curriculum and involves various internal assessments, because here the curriculum is more focused on in-depth understanding of concepts, enhancing the overall knowledge of a child. So there is focus on holistic development of the child. With regard to opportunities provided by colleges, CBSE is easier to get into top Indian universities through your competitive exams like the JEE, NEET, or the CAT based on your CBSE curriculum. With regard to IB, it is easier to get into foreign universities like Harvard, Oxford, Princeton, Stanford, and several others. Why does one need to switch from CBSE to IB? Now, this question must be running in your minds all through. Let me give you a clarification. CBSE and IB curriculums have very different approaches to teaching and learning. CBSE follows a more traditional approach, emphasis on assimilation of knowledge. The combination of subjects taught in CBSE are preset and are addressed as streams that pertain to one particular field, such as science, commerce, or humanities. Students have limited flexibility in choice of subjects. It also has a very theoretical approach and focuses more on accumulation of knowledge rather than development of skills. So there is a vast difference between theory and practice. On the other hand, the IB curriculum focuses or follows a more expansive approach and emphasizes on an all-round development rather than being focused on knowledge gathering and just clearing the exam. The IB curriculum advocates on having learning engagements, which are focused on conceptual understanding and in developing individual skills of students. Unlike other curriculums, the subjects in IB are driven by student choices. So it helps independent thinking in students. There is a lot of flexibility based on student preference. The IB curriculum is more student-centric, student-friendly, making the students go through a wholesome experiential learning to make them more inquisitive and develop the attitude of lifelong learning. Those students moving from IB to CBSE, CBSE to IB find it initially challenging. Enough scope is provided to support them learn the coping skills. Obviously, CBSE is more oriented towards clearing certain exams. IB helps you gather the requisite life skills which are essential for overall development. Over time, you will get accustomed to the program requirements and become better learners. That is the flexibility that IB provides. There is no rigidity like in the CBSE. Students will be trained with most important life skills and exceptional time management skills. By the time they finish school, they will get well adjusted to the academic rigor and expectations from universities. They are also into research, analysis, experimenting, and producing the required result. So students from IB curriculum develop deep awareness over their individual capabilities and are able to plan and manage their work better in any environment they are put in. In essence, changing from CBSE to IB is indeed a much rewarding choice. That being said, there are several factors that you need to take into consideration before changing your curriculum from CBSE to IB. Let's divide it into certain categories. First, if you intend to pursue your higher studies in internationally recognized colleges and universities, then hands down it is IB. It is the most appropriate curriculum to choose. Owing to their preparation and approach, international colleges prefer IB students. Like IB assessments have extended essay, theory of knowledge. These will enhance the scope of securing admissions in international universities. Acceptance rates of IB students in such colleges is extremely high. With regard to the CBSE, not that they cannot secure seats in these prestigious colleges, they can, but the preparation in CBSE is focus towards cracking prestigious Indian exams like JEE for engineering, the NEET for medicine, and CAT for the MBA. And these are strictly based on the CBSE curriculum. In fact, IB students find it slightly challenging to appear for these exams, as the syllabus which has been taught to them, the approach which has been given to them is not in terms or not in conjunction with how the CBSE actually frames its syllabus and focuses on cracking these competitive exams. So if you are from the IB background, or if you are actually looking for getting into foreign universities, it is better that you go for IB as against competitive exams in India for engineering, medicine, or your MBA. With regard to learning approach, we also have to take into consideration what is the learning approach. IB offers an advantage if you are applying abroad for an undergrad course. While a lot of top schools abroad take candidates from CBSE, even state boards, it completely depends on how capable the child is. There is no doubt that IB grades hold a slightly higher advantage. The major reason behind this is availability of AP courses. The AP courses are college level courses that students can choose to take, and often students choose AP courses that are relevant to the major they wish to apply to in colleges. For instance, a lot of successful applicants to top engineering schools abroad take an AP physics course if they are looking at electrical, mechanical, civil engineering, etc. Taking an AP course and doing well shows the university that the student is focused and is working seriously towards his or her intended major. Now, this is termed as demonstrated interest, which is a very important part of your application narrative. Also, IB offers more practical learning. While CBSE is also increasingly focused with NEP implementation on practical learning, there is no doubt that IB is far more application oriented, unlike primary exam focused approach of CBSE. Hence, I can safely conclude that IB promotes learning more effectively. How? How well you leverage the same will depend largely on you. IB certainly will push you to think on your own and apply your knowledge. Talking about the next factor which you need to take into consideration is the lifestyle. IB is a very rigorous program and requires maximum commitment. You need to be committed. There are a lot of assignments and tests as part of your internal assessments, and it becomes very hectic for IB students. So you need to put your social life on hold for some time, okay, until and unless you get that desired ambition, whatever you have, you're focusing on. Because the course is designed in such a way, the assignments and everything are designed in such a way that you have to devote more and more time to your study life rather than a social lifestyle. You cannot be as lenient and easygoing as you were when you were with other boards. If you look at CBSE, it is specifically rote memory. You have a fixed syllabus, you are prepared with the syllabus and you are done. With IB, that is not the case. The exposure is humongous, right? On top of the assignments, you will have to write a 4,000-word essay, which is very important for you to get the diploma. You will have to change your lifestyle in order to survive the IB lifestyle. And last but not the least, before taking the leap, take your finances into consideration. Although IB has humongous advantages, it is slightly expensive than CBSE. The tuition fees range from 3.5 to 5 lakhs per annum, as against 2 to 3 lakhs of CBSE. Hence, your budgetary options have to be looked into very carefully before you decide to change the board. In a nutshell, advantages of the IB board. IB World School focuses on, so I'm talking about your IB board focuses on strong academic, social, and emotional characteristics. It takes a balanced educational approach. Knowledge-oriented approach to education is the primary focus of IB. Examinations test students' knowledge and not just their memory and speed. So they are checking at your in-depth understanding of a concept. It is again an internationally recognized education board. It is a research-based curriculum. It is a gateway program to some of the best universities in the world. It is not textbook-based answering pattern. So a student need not memorize things. He can be creative in his expression. He has a free hand to research, explore, and understand the concepts. Emphasis on independent thinking rather than on rote learning. More focus on research. Now, this will give you a deeper understanding. You are not picking up somebody else's idea and presenting as yours. You have to do your research. So you get to know how really are you in a particular subject. How focused are you? How oriented are you? And how capable are you? So that you can experiment, try, and decide your course. Now, coming to another major question. When should you change from the CBSE to the IB board? There is no right or wrong time in changing the boards. Completely depends on what is your intention, what is your agenda, and why do you want to change? Primary motive behind this change. If you intend to study abroad, then changing in the 11th grade helps. Changing before the 10th standard doesn't impact a lot, while adjusting to a new curriculum is slightly difficult, right? But not impossible. Before making the switch, ensure that you have done proper research. Take an informed decision, okay? Because undoubtedly, IB scores several points above the CBSE. Now, how can a CBSE student prepare for IB? And what would be the challenges? Like I told you, there is ample support provided. The scope for enhancing your internal knowledge is humongous. When you get into research, try, experiment, and put into practice, you have that advantage. Your skills become razor sharp. You face challenges in the form of rigorous study schedules. Unlike fixed study material provided for your CBSE curriculum, IB opens its doors to the world. You have to have the impetus to go forward, experiment, and learn further. So that is how IB is more advantageous compared to CBSE. I hope you found the information in this video interesting. If you have any further doubts or clarifications, do comment below or connect with us and on the link provided in the description. Do subscribe to our channel to keep yourself posted with new topics. Thank you.